Good evening to everybody. This evening, we are going to be talking about information versus transformation. See, many of us are very clever. We know everything. See, for instance, for being healthy, we know that we have to eat right, sleep enough, we need to exercise. We're all very aware of all of this. But all of this is mere information if we don't apply it or learn from it or implement it in order to transform ourselves. So today I'm going to be talking about why it is not enough to have information, but we need to also apply all the information we have in order to transform ourselves. So information will remain as mere information without any transformation if we don't implement it. Transformation is like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. There are a lot of changes in shape, size, everything from a caterpillar to the butterfly. Becoming the chrysalis and emerging from the chrysalis can be painful. So even in our own life transformation, there's a lot of change. We change as individuals, and also we find that sometimes the journey can be painful. As Shirdi Baba said, most of us are seeking too much information and not enough transformation. So let us today change that and try to seek transformation out of information. Where does transformation begin? It begins when you see yourself in the mirror. Transformation begins from within you. It is not something external which somebody comes and does to you. It is something that you decide to do, and you decide to change yourself, to improve yourself, to become something greater than you really are today. Like an egg. You see, when you break an egg from outside, the chicken inside or the embryo of the chicken inside, life ends. But if the egg is broken from the inside, when the embryo emerges, that life actually is beginning. So when you grow from within, it's like an inside force, which is breaking an egg from within, and you emerge as something beautiful. Now, real transformation requires you to be extremely honest with yourself. If you want to move forward, get really honest with yourself. Get real. Be truthful. Be authentic. Have integrity. Don't bluff yourself. Don't mislead yourself. Because if you estimate yourself in the wrong way, you will never transform. Like Rumi says, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. But today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. But to do this, you have to come out of your comfort zone. And only if you come out of your comfort zone will you come into the outside where the magic is actually happening. But you have to take the first step. And the first step will take effort, maybe have some pain, but after that, everything that you do will be positive momentum, real life movement. So when the first step to transformation and to convert information into transformation is to come out of our comfort zones and to take the first step and understand that the first step may require effort and may even be painful. But unless we take that first step and unless we make that effort and endure that pain, we will not progress. Because transformation is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing journey. It involves effort. It involves repetition of what we are doing. And it involves putting in the work. The pathway for transformation is to make the effort, to keep repeating our efforts, and to put in the work. But what happens very often when we are trying to do that, we are very afraid, we have a lot of doubts, we have a lot of fears. Getting to the root of our fears is the first step for personal transformation. And it's an unavoidable first step, because personal transformation is, I told you, requires effort, and it is not easy. So first you have to give up. I can't do it. I may not be able to do it. What will happen if I change? Will this person not like me? Will that person not like me? What will, what are the barriers that I will face? All of these fears and doubts will come into your head. Getting to the root of your fears is the unavoidable first step of personal transformation. See, most of us are very fired up in wanting to change the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves. So you need to change yourself and become something more if you want to change the world. And as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. What this means is that I will transform myself into this beautiful being because that is what I want the world to be like. That is what I expect from other people. And so I will lead by example by becoming this wonderful person or wonderful change I'll bring about, becoming that. And then I can expect to see that change in those around me. And understand that if we don't change, we don't grow. And if we don't grow, we aren't really living. So make up your mind today that you are going to change yourself from whatever you are today to one step better, a better version of you. Every day, let us work on becoming a better and better version of ourselves. With all the information that we gather, all the information we pick up, let us apply that so that we are better versions of ourselves every day and we grow. And with that, we will find that we are really living very successful and fulfilled lives. So the first step is to identify your mindset. Recognize if you're thinking in a wrong, negative way. Are you having a limiting belief? Are you sabotaging yourself? Are you having low self-esteem? Do you have a mindset pattern, which is telling you that you cannot do it? So identify your mindset, recognize if a pattern is there and try to get rid of that pattern which is not working. The second step, don't try to explain to yourself or to anybody else what it is you're doing to change yourself. Just set the intention. I am going to be a better person. That is your intention. But you don't have to tell everybody how you're going to become a better person. Or you don't even have to tell yourself. So because you will find something to find in every single day with which you can set your intention to reach your goal of becoming a better person. The third step, you create a strategy around that intention. You take action and ask others for feedback. You apply something, make it work, and you yourself get feedback on your own, or you ask others to give you feedback. The fourth step is to learn. If you failed, learn from the failure. If you succeeded, see how you can make it better, or how you can do more of it. Move forward and keep repeating this. So make your mindset face anything that's not working and deal with it. Set the intention, create a strategy around that intention, take action, get feedback, learn from your experience, move forward, and keep repeating the entire process again and again. Because what we are having from information is awareness. Once you have decided that you need a change in your mindset and things like that, you're moving to acceptance. And the 4 steps that I outlined just now are you're taking action. When you do that, you automatically reach the stage of achievement. But what happens to most of us? We go through this kind of depressed cycle. We go through this kind of depressed cycle. And this cycle is when some challenge, we face some challenge. The first reaction is shock. Then we get into denial. We say, this cannot be happening to me. Then we feel it's very unfair that it's happening to us. We get frustrated. Then we move to the next stage where we get depressed that it's happening to us. We are very upset that we don't deserve this. And we say, I can't do this. From there only, slowly we move to exploration. Now, I told you, when you have awareness, you go through all these steps. You are aware there is a challenge, or you're aware that you want to do something or you want to change something. It may be a big goal, and so you're very shocked. No, this is too big for me. Or you may say denial. No, how can I achieve that? Or you may get frustrated and say, listen, I don't have the skills for this. So it's not only, this is not in the negative way, even in the positive way. You may get frustrated. Then you may get depressed and say, no, I'm not able to do this. I can't do this. Only then, when you're forced into the situation and you have no other choice, you explore and you accept. When you explore, you say, maybe there is a solution. Maybe I can do this better. Maybe I can really achieve this goal. When you accept, you say, oh, it's not so difficult. This effort that I took is not so painful. It can be done. And then only you go and deal with the problem itself. You commit that you're going to deal with the problem and say, I've got this. Now, these steps will block us from becoming what we want to become. So you need to flip that switch now and move from this stress to a wellness attitude, because you have to flip the switch and jump from mere awareness into acceptance. So you avoid all that downslope. You straight away jump to acceptance. You'll find that you are able to take action much sooner. Most of us, when we have a goal, we are chasing a goal, we have a very clear vision on what we want, what we would like to do, or where we would like to be. But what happens to most of us? This vision is very clear, and then we get started on this vision. But somewhere along the way, we get into some of these problems. We overanalyze the situation, and the dream dies in analysis paralysis. Or we say, no, the present situation is stable. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to make any changes. So you're stuck in the status quo. And that again, the dream dies and rests in peace. You're not open to anything new. So all change requires you to change your mindset from what you already know or what you already do to something which you don't know or you've never done before. So if you dismiss anything new as a fad, there again the dream gets buried. Or you have a strategy. I told you have to see in the mindset what is not working. But you have a strategy, you know that that strategy is not working, but you stay put with that because you're comfortable in that. It's your comfort zone. So you know it's not working, it's not achieving the dream that you want, but you keep sticking with that year after year. So there again, you're not going to gain momentum and you're not going to make progress. Or you did not, this goal which you wanted to achieve is not big enough in your heart. You're playing small. You're only aiming low. You did not take the challenge seriously. You're not willing to take the challenge seriously and say, yes, I want to grow from this to this. You're not taking the challenge seriously. So all of these things, what happens is our clear vision slowly becomes dimmed out and our dreams slowly reach the burial ground. Remember that life is not waiting for you. This very moment is your life. So make full use of it. Love it, live it, enjoy it. Don't say, until my child finishes high school, I'm not going to start a job. I'm not going to do this until that is done. Something else, something else, something else. You think life is waiting. But life is not waiting for you. Where are you? You have to understand that you have to be here, now, this moment. And love that moment, live that moment, and enjoy that moment. So understand that your attitude change is probably the cheapest way to change your life. You don't have to spend any money on this. You just have to change your mind. Because when we are fully engaged with life, what is it that we get? We are full of physical energy. We are physically energized. We are mentally razor sharp, laser focus we have. We are emotionally connected with all around us. We have good relationships. We have good reputation. We are valued as members of the society. And we are spiritually aligned. We have meaning in our lives. We know where we are going. We are living our purpose. We love our whatever we are doing. We enjoy everything and we are happy people. So this is the ideal full engagement with life that all of us are aspiring to. So what are the steps to this? To get there is called self-mastery. So let us explore the 7 steps to self-mastery. The first step, I already told you, you need information. You need to have self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is information which is very important for you to bring about change. It is not general information. It is internal self-awareness as to how you see your own values, your thoughts, and your emotions. It is also external self-awareness as to how we are seen by others. Now, when your internal self-awareness is very powerful, very strong, you will not worry too much what others think about you, but you will be aware of what is going on around you. You won't be like a fool and be blind to what is happening around you. You will be aware of how you are seen by others. And naturally, most of us make an attempt to be seen in a good light by the outside world. The second step is self-exploration. It is the process of finding out what is valuable to you by investigating within yourself. So this is prioritization. See, all of us have a lot of desires, a lot of things in our mind. But what is it that we really, really want? What is it that is really going to benefit me? What is it that's really serving me? We need to explore that by going within. And we have to explore the outside world also. And then explore also the inner world. Now, exploring the outer world includes, is this job right for me? Am I living in this city? Am I happy living in this city? Or would I like to live in some other city? So all those external environmental factors, you have to explore all of that and see what serves you and what makes you happy. Likewise, you have to explore what internally serves you and what makes you happy. The third step is self-discovery. And understand that your journey is very, very powerful when you launch into self-discovery. And in self-discovery, what do? You ask yourself these questions. What gives you joy? What gives you purpose in life? What are your values? What do you stand for? What are your ethical? What is integrity? What is your authenticity? What are your hopes and dreams? What are your strengths and weaknesses? How can you use your strengths and manage your weaknesses? What are the things that hold you back or the people that hold you back? What is this baggage that you're carrying with you since childhood? So you have to, I always advocate self-audit. 1 hour every Sunday where you sit down and audit your week or month or your life or whatever it is you decide to audit. So when you're doing the self-audit, ask yourself these questions, write it in your journal. What makes me really happy? Spending time with children makes me happy. What gives you purpose in your life? I love helping people. What are your values? I will never earn money in the wrong way. What are your hopes and dreams to grow this into something very big? What are your strengths? I'm very confident, I'm very vocal, I'm very communicative. What are your weaknesses? I can easily lose my temper. What things hold you back? Sometimes exhaustion due to doing too much, sometimes health challenges. These things can hold me back. What baggage am I carrying since childhood? So there are a lot of things that I may be allowing it to block my life. The next step that you have to do for self-mastery is your self-concept. What do you think about yourself? Do you really think you're a good person, a worthy person, or do you bash yourself up, sabotage yourself, say that you're useless, oh, I'm stupid and this and that? Many people do that. So are you doing that to yourself? So sit down and stop and see what your self-concept is. So self-understanding is the next step. So you need your personality. You have to know what your personality is like. What are the roles you are playing in life? What is your worldview of life and the environment? And what is it that what are the stories you're telling yourself, your life stories that you are telling yourself? See, all of us tell ourselves stories. So-and-so did this to me when I was 6 years old. So I can afford to behave badly when I'm an adult because I'm still living with that trauma. You can always move past that trauma, change your behavior today. But we will tell ourselves these stories to justify our behavior sometimes. So pause and check what life stories you're telling. Everybody has a story. And everybody's story is different. So you need to know where people are coming from. Sometimes a person may behave in a very bad way with you, but you may think it is personal towards you. But it is actually based on a story they are telling themselves. They are unhappy about something and so they're taking it out on you. So self-understanding will help you to deal with those things. The very, very important point is self-love. Now, self-love is a constant choice. It is not something that happens overnight or suddenly comes to you one day. In self-love, you set boundaries. You tell people so much and no more because you need time, attention, and care for yourself. You set the boundaries to ensure your well-being. You have the boundaries to ensure your mental and emotional health. You set boundaries with regard to your body. I will not eat junk food. I will exercise every day. I will go for a walk every day. I will make sure I get 6 to 8 hours sleep. So all of these are boundaries that you put with regard to your body. Listen to your body. It will teach you how to love yourself. So we have gone through self-awareness and self-discovery, self-understanding, self-analysis, self-love, all of this. The need of the hour, however, is self-transformation. So all these steps we have taken to reach here. And as Jaggi Vasudev says, self-transformation is not just about changing yourself. You actually move completely to a new dimension of experience and perception. So you have to grow in such a way that you move to a completely new dimension. For that, you must be willing to let go of the baggage. You must be willing to have an open mind. You must be willing to be honest with yourself. You must be willing to discover yourself and discover what really makes you tick, what really serves you, what you really are happy with. Because mastering others is strength. But when you master yourself, that is true power. So mastering yourself is mastering your mind. And that is why in this picture, mastering others is shown like a heart and mastering yourself is shown as a brain. So in self-mastery, you go through your self-discovery, you go through self-development, you attain self-mastery, and that takes you to self-actualization, which in the meditation world they say is nirvana. Or you reach such a stage of equanimity that everything feels great. Your body, heart, mind, and soul are all in equal balance. So that is where we want to go. That is self-mastery. So start your journey to transformation today. Understand that if this resonated with you, we at Creative Karma are there to help you to transform yourself, to change yourself, and assist you in your journey. Because each of us is a very unique strand in this big, intricate web of life. We are all here to make a contribution because God has blessed us, each of us, with something to give to the world. So it is our duty to find that something. And each of us is a unique creation. No two of us are alike. No one has the same gifts and talents that you have. And it's our duty to increase those talents, gifts, and use them to leverage our uniqueness. Everyone is unique, and each experience is different. So don't compare yourself with somebody else when you're on your journey to transformation. You are on your own journey. You have your own unique path. So take that path and be in that path. So our next group coaching course is Life Skills for 2023 and beyond. We are launching it on Wednesday, the 5th of July. And I will be taking the classes. It will be live one-to-one, once a week, 1.5 hours on Wednesday evenings, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And WHO had listed top 10 core life skills in 2022. They listed this. So this will form the syllabus of the 10-week course. 1 week, each week you will learn one skill. So they are problem solving, critical thinking, effective communication, decision-making, creative thinking, interpersonal relationship skills, self-awareness building skills, empathy, coping with stress, and coping with emotions. So all this information is there on our website. Do sign up for our newsletter. There are a lot of free resources we have on our website. You can book your seat now with this registration link. You can tell your friends, and this will be of particular value to the 18 to 30-year-olds who actually in today's world need a lot of help because they're easily breaking down, they're easily getting burnt out, they're easily opting for suicide. There are the incidence of marital breakups and divorces has gone up. So with a life transformation, with life skills, they can actually live fulfilled, happy lives. Because each of us has a unique part to play in the healing of the world. And this is just my little bit of part that I'm playing in the healing of the world by sharing this knowledge and this information with each and every one of you. God gives each one of us unique gifts, abilities, and passions. How well we use these qualities to have an impact on the world around us will determine how successful we really are. So thank you all very much for attending this session. And I hope you all have appreciate the fact that gathering information alone is not enough. We need to utilize that information in order to transform our lives. So I will just share the path to self-mastery, that slide alone one more time, so that you can appreciate the importance of getting to that state easily and quickly, and the steps. I'm just revising those steps one more time. Yeah. So the steps are self-awareness, self-exploration, self-discovery, self-understanding, self-love, self-transformation in order to reach self-mastery. So we've got self-awareness, self-exploration, self-discovery, self-understanding, self-love, self-transformation, and finally, self-mastery, which should be our goal. On a daily basis, let us take step by step, one little step at a time, in order to attain self-mastery. Because when you are master of yourself, nothing and nobody can ever disturb you. And remember that you and I and each one of us is a special child of God who has been blessed with certain abilities to promote the healing of the world. The world really needs us now because there is so much unhappiness, so much backbiting, so much running other people down, so much of hate. I think if each one of us do our wee little bit, every drop will make an ocean. So thank you all very much for attending this session. And if you have any questions or any comments, I'll be happy to take them now. Shanta, do you have anything to say?
No, ma'am. As usual, it was a fantastic. It made me more aware of what I should do to transform myself. So it had a lot of new insights, some which I've already started practicing. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Raji, do you have anything to say?
No, Doc. It was a real nice talk. Enjoyed.
Yeah. It's just very simple, but it's very meaningful.
Yes.
Nidhi, do you have any comments, Nidhi? Thank you for attending.
Good evening, doctor. No,
Good
it
evening.
was beautiful. And I love the idea of Sunday audits. I think I'm going to start doing that. So Sunday audit really makes a lot of sense. I think it's wonderful because we do so much during the week and work and house and social commitments and, whatever we are doing in our lives. So it takes away the focus from this internal transformation, which is, I think, the key. And that is what you've been talking about. So Sunday audit, I think, will be my go-to thing.
I always advocate in all my courses, just 1 hour you spend every Sunday. Correct. Just go through the previous week, what worked, what did not work. What worked, can you do more of that? Yes. Or can you improve on it? What did not work, how can you not repeat it? Yeah. Or how can you change it so that it will work? It will work. Yeah. It is just a simple, like a to-do list. It is a very simple thing. But it requires you to spend your time in reflection and contemplation. Yeah. No, I think, it's not that difficult. It's not at all difficult. Yeah. It's a matter of prioritizing your own mental health and prioritizing your personal growth. So I think once you have your priorities set right, you do figure out that this audit would be like a key. And I think I believe that all successful entrepreneurs, bureaucrats and everybody,
who's made it big in the world and a known or a role model for others, they do it. They do it every night. They do it every fortnight. You're saying every week. I think
No,
that's
every
why
night
people,
sometimes gets very challenging for many of
correct,
us.
correct. So
So
Sunday, I think,
once
is
a
the
week,
best.
once a week you can sit, definitely.
Yeah.
And the other thing which I say is try to also focus on the life areas. So do an audit for your health, for your wealth, for your relationships, for your personal growth, and for your spiritual growth. So break it up into the life areas as well.
Very nice. I love this. I think
And
I'm
when
also
you-
going to use it a lot.
And when you do that, you'll find that all your issues are
Because once
you've
you have done
analyzed them.
that, yeah, you've done that introspection, and you know how they say you can lie with the whole world, but you can't lie to yourself.
Exactly. Right.
So you know where you are lacking and you know what you need to do. So it is wonderful, doctor. It's very
Thank
well presented. I love the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank
Because
you.
another thing I try to do is not to, the simple concepts.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
actually life is simple. It's just that we complicate it.
Very true. Very true.
Okay.
It's very nice. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amira, do you have anything to say? No. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you then.
Thank
Bye.
you.